Most people say they want to wake up early, but few actually do. Because discipline is not about the alarm clock, it's about the mindset behind it. Whether you're 17 or 57, the challenge is the same. Your body says 5 more minutes, but your purpose says it's time. Today, I'll show you how to develop the discipline of waking up early using research, psychology, and biblical principles that make this habit possible at any age. Waking up early isn't about impressing anyone. It's about control. Control over your time, your energy, your emotions, and your calling. Science shows adults who keep consistent early routines without reducing sleep tend to have better focus, mood, and overall well-being. A study summarized by Harvard Health found that even waking up an hour earlier can lower your risk of depression by 23%. So that's not a miracle. That's your body responding to light, rhythm, and order. And the CDC reminds us that adults need around 7 hours of sleep every night, not less, just earlier. So it's not sleepless, it's sleeping smarter. Your body has what is called a circadian rhythm. This is a built-in clock that controls energy, hormones, and mood. And it loves consistency. So every time you sleep at a different hour, it's like flying to another time zone without boarding a plane. Here's what most people miss. Discipline doesn't fight biology, it trains it. So start waking 15 minutes earlier every few days, expose yourself to sunlight right away, and reduce bright screens an hour before bed. Over time, your body starts expecting dawn, not dreading it. So the biblical pattern of early rising shows that the Bible doesn't command you to wake up at 4 a.m., but it paints a pattern of people who understood purpose before comfort. And in Mark chapter 1 verse 35, we see that Jesus rose early while it was still dark and went to pray, not because he loved mornings, but because he loved his Father. We see also in Proverbs chapter 31 verse 15 when he talks about the virtuous woman that she rises while it is yet night to serve and plan. And that's what we call discipline with direction. We also see in Psalms chapter 5 verse 3 that says that in the morning, O Lord, you hear my voice. So morning became altars of alignment. So early rising in scripture is always tied to intention. That is prayer, purpose, preparation, or meditation. It's never just about productivity. So when you rise early, according to the Bible, it's the best hours given to God, not just your not just your leftovers. So let's look at the psychology of habit formation. Modern habit research, especially from James Clear's work, shows that habits form through a loop. And this we can see on the screen. It starts with cue, then moves to routine, then moves to reward. So to build the early wake-up habit, you need to set a clear cue. That is an alarm across the room or a light that turns on automatically. You need also to create a routine. This may be prayer, stretching, journaling, or silence. And finally, you need to add a reward, which is a warm drink, a walk around the house or maybe around the estate that you're in, or even quiet time before anyone wakes. By doing this, you're not punishing yourself. You are retraining your brain to associate mornings with peace and purpose. So I'll share with you a 30, 60, 90 day morning discipline plan. So we can look at the 30 days, which is the foundation phase. So at the foundation phase, you move your bedtime earlier by 15 minutes every few nights. You protect your total sleep. you avoid screens an hour before bed, and you use that quiet time for reflection or prayer. Remember, that is for the 30 days. Let's move into 60 days, which we call it the strength phase. By now, your body will begin to adapt, and you need to stack new habits like 10 minutes of stretching, 10 minutes of Bible study or journaling, and 10 minutes of planning your day. And then you reward yourself after doing that, maybe with your favorite breakfast or music. And then we move into 90 days. This is the identity phase. At this stage, you're not trying to wake up early. You already are an early riser. It's become part of your identity. And as Paul said in 1 Corinthians 9:27, I discipline my body and bring it into subjection. It is no longer willpower. It becomes a lifestyle. So, for teenagers and students, your bodies naturally sleep later due to hormonal rhythms. So start small. Even 15 minutes earlier can improve focus. Don't force the 4 a.m. wake up time. If your body needs 8 hours, just shift gradually. For the working adults, you're in the sweet spot to master this habit, because your body or it's recommended for you to sleep 7 to 9 hours. So wake earlier for silence, creativity, or devotion. Avoid the trap of staying up just one more episode. And for the older adults, your body already tends to wake early if you've been practicing this. Focus on quality sleep, consistent times, bright morning light, and also light dinners. Let your mornings become sacred. That is moments of reflection, reading, and gratitude. So in the morning, train yourself to wake up at least 20 minutes earlier. So get out of bed immediately, no snooze, open the curtains. Light tells your brain it's day. Drink water, stretch for 5 minutes, 10 minutes of quiet prayer or reading, and write down your top 3 priorities. It's simple, but this small routine trains your mind to wake with direction and not distraction. But we can talk about all those great steps to take towards being an early riser. But remember, you also have to practice troubleshooting of your system every time when you have a relapse. Like if you keep failing, check your evenings, not your mornings. The real discipline isn't waking early, it's sleeping early. And if you miss a day, grace covers that too. Remember, discipline without compassion leads to burnout. So make an effort to build discipline rooted in purpose that leads to transformation. And it's true. When you're driven by purpose, it becomes easy to wake up early in the morning. So every great life you admire, from inventors to prophets, they mastered their mornings before the world was awake. It's not because they had more time, it's because they took ownership of it. You can do this too. Start tonight, not with a 4 a.m. alarm, but with a decision. Decide what time your purpose deserves to wake up. If you have liked the content that we've shared today and this far and even in the past, I'd like you to comment below and say what time you will rise and why. Let's grow together, because discipline isn't about the clock, it's about calling. And your calling deserves your first light. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.